It was early morning, and dead calm. The two men stood alone on a deserted street in downtown Los Angeles, on a block filled with overflowing trash cans and dark storefronts, making sure to keep a safe social distance between themselves. The pandemic had taken control of the city by early May. These days, everyone was a suspect. I thought this was just going to be you and I. Why did we involve him? He's our partner. I had to tell him. HUD is in this as much as we are. HUD is who got us into this mess. The least he could do is be here on time. Shug was smaller, leaner, and more muscular than Blake. He wore dark jeans with a black sweatshirt and wished he had eyes in the back of his head. HUD was Blake's guy, so Shug knew Blake was up to something. Blake thought Shug didn't know. I trust him, Blake said. Trust me, okay? Both were a tall order. You better not give us away. Our guy's gonna be here soon. They were across the street from the press room building, a historic former newspaper building that had stood mostly empty for decades, waiting for gentrification to restore its former glory. A rolling gate covered the entrance to the chain-linked property and was topped with a coiled, razor-sharp barbed wire that seemed to catch every black plastic bag given out at every liquor store in a 3-block radius. We'll do this by ourselves if we have to. Blake reached inside his jacket and pulled out a .44 Magnum from a shoulder holster. What are you going to do with that? You said we'd only get one shot at this. I didn't mean that literally. This courier shows up at the same time every time, isn't that what you said? Why so nervous? Cut it out. You're making me nervous. Blake didn't trust Shug, even if they were partners. You had to watch your back in this town. That was rule 1. Don't get jumpy with that thing. You'll wake up the whole neighborhood. Who's around to hear it? Blake was proud of this gun. Besides, a big noise was kind of the idea. A pair of headlights broke the darkness on 11th Street, moving in their direction, so the two men ducked inside a narrow doorway to avoid being seen. The rolling gate to the press room building creaked open, followed by the heavy idling of a big engine. The driver pulled halfway through the gate, stopping the back wheels in front of an electric eye to prevent the gate from closing. The engine was left running, purring steady like a drumbeat. They wouldn't be here for long. Blake looked to Shug. This our guy? Let's go, Shug said. He moved fast across the street and stayed quiet against the green mesh-covered fence line as he tiptoed toward the open gate. The quiet clap of a vehicle door closing came from inside the gate, and Shug turned to the sound. What are you waiting for? Go! Shh! Shug raised his finger and pointed inside the gate. The courier stood with their back to them, 20 feet away on the other side of the fence, quietly removing earbud headphones into a holding case. The courier was medium-statured and tall, wearing baggy black cargo pants with an oversized black hoodie zipped up to the top. The courier was paying attention, discerning the quiet noises of the city around them, their head bobbing up and around, left to right, watching and listening. Satisfied, the courier dismissed whatever noise they thought they might have heard, then turned and went inside the building. Shug and Blake moved fast inside the gate, then heard loud noises of movement coming from inside the building. A heavy object hit the floor with a dull thump. A light inside an office went out. Then a door slammed shut. Shug and Blake moved to their predetermined spots on either side of the entry door and waited for the courier to exit.